very good morning, children. Hope you all understood the organic farming which we started yesterday. Okay, so today we are going to continue the same. And if you come to the page number 117 and look at a small table here, you can know what are the different biofertilizers which are being used by the farmers, or which has to be used by the farmers who are doing the organic farming. So here, coming to the bacteria, okay, there are three divisions, like there is bacteria, there is algae, and there is also fungi. So coming to the bacteria, nitrogen fixers are there, right? Nitrogen fixers are there which fix the nitrogen, which fix the atmospheric nitrogen into nitrites and nitrates, so that they can be taken by the plants. And also examples they have taken is the rhizobium, azotobacter, and azospirillum. So these are the two, rhizobium, azotobacter and azospirillum are the two examples which usually converts the nitrogen into nitrates and nitrates. So this is really very helpful to the plant in getting the nitrogen, or you need not use the nitrogen from outside. You not get the nitrogen from outside and use it in the crop. Second one is phosphorus solubilizers, right? So whatever the phosphorus which is there in the soil, that should be made soluble. So there are some solubilizers here, that is Bacillus pseudomonas. So here the bacteria is like Rhizobium, Azotobacter, Azospirillum, and Bacillus pseudomonas are the different types of bacteria which are being used as the nitrogen fixers and as well as the phosphorus solubilizers. So that is how bacteria are used. Coming to the algae. In algae, blue-green algae is also used as a nitrogen fixer. Already we have seen that this azotobacter is a nitrogen fixer here, which will fix the nitrogen in the atmosphere. And here, whereas here algae also is doing the same kind of job here, right? That is, blue-green algae is also a nitrogen fixer here, which is fixing the nitrogen. And coming to the fungi, okay, phosphorus moralizers are there here. Okay, phosphorus moralizers are there. Examples you can say mycorrhiza, and then phosphorus solubilizer is there, which is penicillium, So they both mycorrhiza and the penicillium both belong to the fungi, which are acting as the phosphorus moralizers and the phosphorus solubilizers. So these are the three different groups of organisms which are used as the biofertilizers. See here, they are providing the requirement of nitrogen, they are providing the requirement of phosphorus to the soil. So that is how they can be used instead of using the chemical fertilizers. Okay, so when you talk about, as we are talking about the biofertilizers here, let us go ahead with this session. Okay, children, there are two kinds of biofertilizers. One is nitrogen fixers and second one is a phosphorus moralizer or phosphorus solubilizers. These moralizers can also be called as mobilizers. So these fertilizers, which are the biofertilizers, they doesn't have any kind of chemicals in them. They are completely organic, right? Which are made out of the organic things. So when we come to the nitrogen fixers, already we have seen that they fix the atmospheric nitrogen. And coming to the phosphorus solubilizers or the moralizers, coming to the phosphorus solubilizers first, let me explain you that first. This solubilizer is the one which will convert the inorganic phosphate or phosphorus in the soil and convert it into organic form, so that it will be soluble in the water, and then the plant will be able to take it. So the inorganic phosphate which is in the soil will be made into organic form, so that the plants can use it. Okay, and also here the phosphorus mobilizers are there, which will make them move, so by releasing the ions and all. So that is how both of them are the nitrogen fixers, and also the phosphorus moralizers, mobilizers, and the solubilizers are they are the two types of the biofertilizers. Now when you come to the biofertilizers here, they are actually they are actually produced from the environment and also from the soil. They are not produced from any kind of synthetic things. They're not produced from the chemicals and all. They are absolutely produced from the environment and also from the soil. The phosphate which is in the soil is converted into organic form, right, by some of the bacteria which we are using. And then what are the nitrogen which is in the form of atmospheric nitrogen in the soil, that is also converted by the azotobacter, nitrogen fixing bacteria, into nitrates and nitrates. So this complete biofertilizers, especially when you come to the nitrogen fixers and phosphorus, they are getting produced in the by the environment and also in the soil. So they are completely organic or natural. They are not man-made or chemical based. So these biofertilizers, like, what is the main activity they does is they protect the soil health, and also they help in the productivity, which is, the extra yield which the plants usually get. So the soil health and also productivity, both of them are completely here dependent upon the biofertilizers here. So, and moreover, one point I would like to convey here, that when you talk about the biofertilizers here, we are only talking about the nitrogen and phosphorus. Apart from the other nutrients, like, which are in the organic manures and all, like, what are the other nutrients which you get, they are not they are not under the biofertilizers, right? So especially we are talking about the nitrogen and the phosphorus here. So no nutrients like organic manures, like whatever you find in the organic manures, are not here. Okay, and on the whole, we can say that these biofertilizers are absolutely eco-friendly fertilizers. That means they are not going to pollute the soil. They are not going to contaminate the soil. They are going to protect the health of the soil. They are going to be completely eco-friendly, ecosystem friendly, environment friendly fertilizers, and also they are must to be used by the farmers. So that, what are the two things here? One is they can protect the soil health and also improve the crop productivity. So both can be improved if farmer starts using the biofertilizers. Okay, children. So now we come to the chemical fertilizers. We come to the chemical fertilizers here. So we have seen the different chemical fertilizers, like, urea we have seen, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium we have seen, and also we have seen the super phosphate, right? So most of them like, when you're talking about all these nutrient different chemical fertilizers, they are all the chemical nutrients. They are not the nutrients which are natural here. They are absolutely chemical nutrients, and also they are from the synthetic origin. That means they are not natural. They are not natural at any cost. So here, now the basic thing here is that we have already seen that the plants get many of the nutrients from the soil. Right? What are the nutrients the plant is going to get here? The plants are actually getting them from the soil. But whereas all these nutrients, like, whatever are there in the soil, they are absorbed by the plant. The plant is absorbing them and utilizing them, and that is the reason why the soil, especially when you come to the soil will lack few nutrients, because already the plants which are there in the crops and all, they are taking these nutrients, and also now it's a time for the plants to replenish, to get back the nutrients. They have to work hard, they have to get the nutrients back. So now there are different ways they can get their nutrients back. The soil has to get the nutrients back here. It has to replenish again the nutrient content, okay, which was there before. So now that's the only choice here, that is using the chemical fertilizers. So this is the idea of the human being, that if he uses the chemical fertilizers, so if urea is deficient, he will add urea. If any of the NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium is deficient, he will add them. If any superphosphate is deficient, he will add the superphosphate. So whatever the nutrients which are deficient in them, what are the nutrients which are lacking in the soil, when he goes to the Bhusara Kendra or the soil testing center and gets the information from there, and then he will add all those things in the soil. So that is how he is making the soil fertile once again. Now by using these chemical fertilizers, we have seen that the soil health will be only maximum, that is 20 to 30 years. After that, after 20 to 30 years, they will completely lose the soil health, and the soil will get spoiled, damaged in such a way that it cannot be used for any kind of plant growth and also for the crops production and all. And now when we come to the chemical fertilizers here, children, so here if you see the chemical fertilizers, so here the farmer has to add all the chemical fertilizers which are lacking in his soil. So whatever the chemical fertilizers lack in the soil, that will be used by the farmer at any cost, because he has to get the yield. If he doesn't add them, he will not get the yield. The plant growth will not be there. Okay, so now when you see this particular things and all, like if a farmer is using around 50 kgs of urea here, like know how much nitrogen he has to use here is, he has to use some 7.23 kgs of nitrogen to the soil. So this is how, okay, he is adding it, and if he has to add some 50 kgs of superphosphate, again he has to add the other nutrients also to the soil. So all these chemical fertilizers, like they are added by the farmer in the soil, and that is how soil is losing its fertility, soil is also losing its productivity, and that might not be seen at this right minute, but whereas after a few years you will definitely see the difference in between that. Okay, now coming to this particular part, see, if we are using the organic manures, if you are using the biofertilizers, or if you are using the chemical fertilizers, now what is more important? What is more important here is that what are the nutrients which are being absorbed by the soil. So are the nutrients being absorbed by the soil or not? How many nutrients are available for the plants in the soil? That is what is required at the end of the day. So, and also it is also very, very important that at what time you have to provide the nutrients to the soil so that the plants can grow properly. So these are all the things which the farmer has to keep in his mind. Okay, so now which way is the best? Which way is the best? So I have given the 4 ways here, that is adding nutrients to the soil. Okay, is it the best way? Or sprinkling them in the field, is it the best way? Or dissolving them in the irrigation, that is in the water, is it the best way? And placing them under the soil, is it the best way? So all these are the different ways of adding the nutrients to the soil. So which of them is very, very easy and also very useful to the plant? So that is what we are going to see in tomorrow's unit. Okay, children. Okay, children. So now by this we come to the end of today's topic and all, and we'll see tomorrow, and we'll be dealing the topic, the amount determines the effect. The amount determines the effect. That is a topic we are going to see, and also we are going to see the crop protection method, we are going to see the weeds, and also we are going to see some biological pesticides which are acting on the pests and killing them. So biological controlling the pests, and also that is what we are going to see in tomorrow's unit, children. So until then, children, have a great day. God bless you. Take care. Bye.